Hi guys, so welcome back. So in this video, ang pag-uusapan naman natin is how to find the resultant force using component method. So yung previous discussion natin guys is all about resultant force. Gagamit tayo we have parallelogram law, but in here, sa example na to guys, meron tayong dalawang problem here. Solve tayo ng resultant force gamit ang component method. So solve tayo guys ng problem. So in this first problem, guys, makikita natin dito, meron tayong tatlong forces, 120 Newton, 80 Newtons, and 150 Newtons. So here, yung component method is, i-drawing natin siya separately. So i-drawing natin separately yung mga forces, then yung angles niya with respect, dito pa rin guys sa positive x-axis. So start tayo ng 120 Newton. So again guys, pag sinabi nating resultant force, ito yung force na same effect lang yung yung kanyang epekto, same lang yung effect niya as these three forces here. So kunin natin yung kanyang resultant force. Now, first, i-draw natin yung kanyang free body diagram or FBD. So FBD simplified method or simplified illustration of simplified siyang illustration of the figure. So ito guys, ito yung point of application niya dito. So itong point here. So this is a machine member. So it can be yung yung ating sa bearing. So parang sa bearing siya or pin. Meron siyang forces here or either pwede siyang lalagyan ng rope. Here, meron tayong tatlong forces. So i-drawing natin siya separately. So starting from 80 newtons here. Start tayo ng 80 newtons. Okay? So yung 80 newtons is directed. So directed siya papuntang positive x-axis first quadrant. So you have this force. So this is 80 newtons. Okay? Now here, ang angle niya is, so this is 40 degrees with respect to ito yung ating positive x-axis and positive y-axis. So ito yung kanyang angle here. So theta equals, so you have here 40 degrees. So, huwag na natin ilagay yung variable theta. Okay, so 40 degrees na lang. Okay? So, for 120 newtons, we have this force. So, this is 120 newtons. Then, yung kanyang, we have here positive x-axis. You have here positive y-axis. Now, yung angle niya with respect to the positive x-axis, you have here 30 plus 40. So, this is 70 degrees. Okay? So, yung ating 150 newtons is na second quadrant siya. Therefore, dito siya naka-directed. So, this is 150 newtons here. So, ang angle niya, we have this 35 with respect sa negative x-axis. So, this is negative x-axis. So, we have here positive y. Now, this angle here is 35 degrees. Okay? So, based on this figure, let's find the x and y components of this 80 newtons. So, 80 newtons muna tayo guys. So, this is, so ito yung, so, gawa tayo ulit na parang parallelogram lang. So, i-direct natin siya dito. You have this, ito yung kanyang x component here. So, ang x component niya, nandito siya. Then, yung y natin is nandito or pwede natin siyang ilagay dito sa other side para mas makita natin. So, this is your x and y components you have here. So, para siyang, so rectangle yan guys. Okay? Now, using right triangle, so this is at right angles here. So, yung ating f of x here, etong arrow na to, kunin natin yan, that is, so using your triangle, this is just equal to, let's say, 80 newtons, force 1. So, f of 1x, okay? Say f of 1x equals. So, this is by trigonometry. So, yung kanyang hypotenuse is 80 newtons. So, this is 80 newtons cosine, since this is your adjacent side. So, this is cosine 40 degrees. Okay? So, using your calculator, 80 newtons, you have this, you can use this Casio 570S or any calculator will do, scientific calculator. So, 80 newtons cosine 40 is 61 point, you have here 28 newtons. Now, let's go for this f of y. So, yung kanyang component. So, here, makita natin guys that this is positive. Since yung ating force is directed, kita naman natin dito yung f of 1x, which is ito, directed siya to the positive x-axis. So, it's obvious from the figure that it is positive. So, f of 1x is positive. Now, kunin natin yung f of y. So, based on this figure, f of y, you have here f of 1x here. So, we have this f of 1y, then this is f of 1x. So, f of 1x, of course, positive yan. Kitang-kita naman natin dito siya sa figure. And f of 1y is also a positive. So, this here, ito, yung f of 1y natin, itong side na to, equal lang naman yan dito sa side na to. So, this side, this is your opposite. So, f of 1, you have here f of 1y equals, so 80 newtons. So, that is 80 newtons. Sine naman siya. Since siya ay opposite side. So, sine 40 degrees. So, review natin guys yung trigonometry. So, gamit na gamit siya dito sa statics. Now, eto, f of 1y, 80 newtons sine 40, that is 51.42 newtons. So, f of y, so f of 1y, that is for 80 newtons, that is equal to 51.43 newtons. Then, let's proceed here sa 120 muna. So, here, makita naman natin that f of, let's say, 120, f of 2y naman siya, or f of 2x for the x-axis. So, f of 2x. Then, this here, so let's say this is your f of 2y. So, this is f of 2x. Now, same process. So, f of 2x is using your Pythagorean theorem and your right triangle trigonometric relationships. So, f of 2x here, this is the side of your right triangle. So, f of 2x. Okay, so f of 2x is equal to, so this is 120 newtons. Okay? So, dito guys, kitang-kita naman natin that f of 2x is also a positive force. Okay? So, positive siya because it is directed to the positive x-axis. So, in my previous video guys, tinuruan ko kayo kung paano mag-drawing ng vector. So, here, i-recall lang natin, if you're drawing a vector, importante yung kanyang orientation or yung kanyang direction kasi doon mo ilalagay kung positive or negative siya. Okay? So yung ating orientation, of course, standard lang. Gagamit tayo, of course, pag upward, y, positive. Pag to the right, x that is positive also. And here, kung drawing ka or mag-drawing ka ng vector, from starting here, starting from the tail of your force, so drawing ka ng dalawang arrow, which is palabas siya doon sa tail noong ating force. So, as long as punta siyang palabas, then makabuo ka ng parang rectangle. So, ganun guys yung technique on how to draw your vector. So, here, f of 2x, 120 newtons, we have here, since na-adjacent siya, this is cosine. So, cosine, so ang angle niya here guys is 70, 30 plus 40. Yan ang angle ng 120. So, this is 70 degrees. So, again, using your calculator, you can solve this as, so this is 41.04, okay? So, positive pa rin siya. Kitang-kita naman sa figure. So, 41.04, this is newtons, okay? Now, dito, f of 2y, so f of 2y natin. So, f of 2y, we have here 120 newtons. So, opposite siya. So, 120 newtons. So, this is sine. So, sine 70 degrees. So, this is equal to, so positive pa rin. Kitang-kita naman sa figure. So, this is 112.76 newtons. So, let's proceed here sa, so nakuha na natin yung components, force 80 na yung 120, then let's proceed sa 150 newtons. Now, here, this is your, so from tail, palabas lang siya. So, we have here, this is, let's say, f of 3x. Then, yung kanyang y component, here, this is your f of 3y. Now, dito, kitang-kita natin that ang ating x component is negative. Papunta siya ng negative x axis. So, we have here, so f of 3x. So, para maging negative guys yung angle mo, gamitin natin itong angle here. Ito, not yung 35. Pag ginamit mo yung 35, lagyan mo na ng negative dito. So, mas maganda yung 35 na lang yung gamitin natin. Pero lalagyan mo siya guys ng negative based from the figure kasi papunta siya ng negative x. So, this is negative. Then, 150 newtons. Okay? So, 150 newtons cosine. Cosine pa rin since siya ay opposite. Siya ay adjacent. So, we have here 35 degrees. Okay? So, f of 3x equals. So, use your calculator. So, negative siya based from the orientation in the figure. So, negative 122. So, negative 122.87. 87 newtons. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa f of 3y. We have here, so, ang f of 3y natin, kitang-kita, we have here positive siya. So, we have 150 newtons. So, sine 35 degrees. So, that is equal to, so, 86. So, 86 na lang guys. So, 86.04. Okay? So, this is 86.04 newtons. Okay? Now, kuha natin lahat guys ng x and y components. Kuha na lahat. So, dito you have here, ito, f of 1x, 61.28. F of 1y is 51.43 newtons. F of 2x is 41.04 newtons. F of 2y is 112.76 newtons. F of 3x is negative 122.87 newtons. And F3y is 86.04 newtons. So, ang gagawin natin guys, i-add natin lahat ng x and lahat ng y. So, pagsasamahin natin sila. So, i-drawing natin ito guys using, so mas maintindihan nyo pag drawing natin. So, i-drawing natin siya, illustrate natin. So, i-delete muna natin itong mga drawings dito. I-retain natin yung mga components na na-solve natin. So, we have here yung ating f of 1x that is 61.28. Okay, 61.28 newtons. F of 2x is, we have here 41, so punta rin siya doon, 41.04. Then yung ating, we have here f of 3x that is negative, so papunta siya dito. F of 3x is negative 122.87. So that's it. Now, kunin natin yung, now, let's get the equivalent of this, okay? The equivalent of these forces x. So, summation of f of x. So, summation of f of x, ito guys, 41. So, positive siya. So, 41.04, okay? So, plus, so ito na yung magdedetermine or magre-represent ng lahat ng sum of your x component. So, 41 plus, so 61 siya. Yung ating f of 1x, 61.28. Then, of course, yung ating third x component, negative. Papunta siya dito sa negative x-axis. So, 122.87. So, kunin natin yung summation of f of x. Then, same guys, kunin natin yung summation of f of y. So, this is negative 20.55 newtons. So, ito yung summation of f of x natin. Meaning, ito yung resultant niya or equivalent niya sa x-axis ng ating resultant force. Ito yung x component ng ating resultant force. So, f of y natin, i-add din natin lahat siya. So, f of y, we have here, kung 1 natin, f of 1y, positive. So, pataas yan. Puntang taas. We have here 51.43. Then, f of 2y, papuntang taas din. So, you have here 112. 112.76. So 112.76. Then f of 3, y is, of course, papunta rin siyang taas. Okay? So 86.04. So meaning lahat papunta ng taas. So ang f of x natin is, nandito daw siya. Here, negative. So yung ating f of y, of course, lahat siya papuntang taas, nandito siya. Therefore, yung ating resultant force is nandito siya sa second quadrant. So dito pala makita natin kung saan ba located yung ating resultant force. Okay? Now, using this, so i-add natin lahat ng f of y. So f of y, we have here 51.43 plus 112.78 plus 86.04 Newton. So summation of f of y we have here. So this is 250.25 Newton. So 250.25 Newtons. Now ito guys, i-illustrate natin. So nandito siya sa second quadrant. Second quadrant siya. So yung ating f of x, negative. So papunta siya dito. Let's say, negative dito. So i-scale din natin siya. So this is negative 20.55 from here. Yung ating f of y, so medyo malaki yan. 250. So this is 250.25. Now let's find the resultant force. Okay? So, resultant force, kukunin natin dito. Dito yung ating resultant force, R. So, here yung ating resultant force can be found using Pythagorean theorem. So, this is, of course, etong side na to, this is also f of y. So, this is a right triangle here. So, this is 250 also. So, using your Pythagorean theorem, you can find your resultant force. So, R equals, so the square root of, so summation ng, so we have here, so this is 250.25 squared, so plus, you have here negative 20.55 quantity squared. So R equals, so Pythagorean theorem, so this is equal, so yung ating resultant force is equal to 251. So, pwede na yan guys, or 251.09 here, Newton. So, that is our resultant force. So, what about the angle? So, yung angle natin, dito na lang natin siya kunin with respect to your negative x-axis here. So, theta can be found using your tangent function. Since na-given natin tangent or since na-given na yung hypotenuse, pwede mo siyang gamitan ng sine or cosine. But here, since na yung given natin f of x initially and f of y, gamitan natin ng tangent function. So, tangent of theta equals, you have here opposite over adjacent. So tangent theta equals, so we have this. So let's delete this first. So 250.25 yon. So this is opposite natin. So if this is your angle, opposite niya is 250. So ito yung opposite niya, 250.25. Then yung kanyang adjacent is ito. Containing siya dito. So this is 55. So wag mo lang ilagay guys yung yung ating negative sign. So it doesn't matter here. So measured siya from negative x-axis. So this is 20.55. So theta, you have here arctan of this equivalent. So this fraction here. So we have this as, so 12.18. So 1/8 na lang. So theta, but sa calculator, of course, eksaktong value. So shift tan. So ang angle natin, malaki siya. This is 85.03 degrees. Okay? So ito yung answer natin guys. So the resultant force is 251.09 newtons, angle 85.03 degrees measured from the negative x-axis. Okay? That is, so ganito yung denotion niya. So R equals 251.09. newtons. So, ang angle natin, kinuha natin doon sa second quadrant. So, magiging ganito yung drawing niya. Here, dito siya kinuha. So, this is 85 degrees. So, approximately. So, this is our resultant force. So, this force, ang epekto nitong force na to, as I said in my previous videos, yung resultant force, ang epekto niya is the same lang as this resultant force. Okay? The effect of this forces sa body is the same as the effect of this resultant force in this body. Rigid body siya. Okay? So, that's it for today's video, guys. Ang pag-uusapan naman natin next time is equilibrium of particles. So, ano yung mga condition para masabi natin na ang particle is in equilibrium? Then, we are going to solve forces to make a body equilibrium. Okay? Statically equilibrium siya. So, see you guys. Thank you for watching this vlog. And if you are not yet subscribed sa channel ko, guys, please do. I-click nyo lang yung subscribe button and notification bell para wala kayong ma-miss na video. Of course, guys, you can also follow me here in Facebook. So, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, nakalagay yan, guys, sa channel art natin. And of course, mas maganda if you are a follower sa Facebook page natin kasi doon na uuna malagay yung link. Okay? Yung mga link and yung mga ating, you have this review material. So thank you guys for watching this vlog and see you next time. God bless.